So, welcome to my YouTube channel, friends. And today we are going to look at Sangam literature and later Tamil work. This is the first part of the lecture, and here we are going to do Sangam literature. So, before I move to the topic, I would let you know that before this, we have already done Buddhist literature and Jain literature, and this is the lecture for Sangam literature. This is the first part of the lecture where we are dealing with the Sangam literature, and the upcoming lecture we will be dealing with the later Tamil work. So, as you go through the text, you will find that Sangam literature has been mentioned that it is the earliest literature. It is the earliest literature of South India, and this Sangam literature also give us the reference of three gathering or three Sangam which was held in the ancient time. If we go through the timeline, that is the timeline of this Sangam age, then we would say that it occurred between 3rd century CE, sorry, not CE, that is 3rd century BCE, 3rd century BCE till 3rd century CE. Okay, so this is the timeline when this Sangam age or Sangam literature will be there. Okay, so when we are going to look into the council or into the uh, this gathering, Sangam gathering, we would be also saying what was the literary work there. Okay, so the very first gathering which took place, that is at Madurai, and here we don't find any literary sources. You should keep it in mind that in the first Sangam literature, in the first Sangam gathering or in the first Sangam assembly, we don't have any literary work preserved. Okay, we don't find any literary work. Okay, it's not that that wasn't written. If it was written, then we are not getting it. Okay, either it has been destroyed or it has been lost. Okay, the second gathering which took place at Padpuram. Okay, and here we are only getting one literary sources, that is Tolkappiyam, and this Tolkappiyam has been written by Tolkappiyar. Okay, so who is Tolkappiyar? Tolkappiyar is a great saint. Okay, and he wrote about the Tamil grammar, old Tamil grammar. Okay, there he mentions about socio-economy condition, also political condition also of that point of time when he was there. Okay, so we get lots of information there. Okay, before I move ahead, I missed one of the very important point that should be in your knowledge. See, before Sangam era or before Sangam age, there was megalithic period, and it has been assumed by most of the historians. Okay, that the megalithic age has been succeeded by Sangam literature or Sangam age. Literature is quite different. Okay, it would be better to say Sangam age. This megalithic period or megalithic age has been succeeded by or it has been followed by Sangam age. Okay, and in this Sangam age, we are seeing the three council or three assembly which were being held. Okay, in ancient time. Okay, so the very first one we have seen that at Madurai we don't find any of the literary work present. Okay, in the second we are getting that is the Tolkappiyam, and in Tolkappiyam also we are only referring to the first two books. We are taking only the first two books of the Tolkappiyam under the Sangam literature. Rest are not been mentioned there. Okay, and as already I mentioned you here that the Tolkappiyam actually is dealing with the Tamil grammar. It's dealing with the Tamil grammar, and apart from that, we also get the references of socio-economy and political condition. Okay, and there in Tolkappiyam only, you are going to get the descriptions about the five types of land, and those are. Let me get a blank one. Okay, wait, sorry. Let me get a blank slide. Sorry. Let me get a blank slide. Yeah. So there are in Tolkappiyam, in Tolkappiyam, we get see, five, five types of land. Five types of land. Okay. What are those? The very first one is talks about Piranji. Uh, oh, oh, let me write it. Let me make it here. Okay. Hmm. Koranji, Koranji. This was the hilly track. This was the hilly track. Then we find the second one, that is the uh, Mullai. Mullai is there. Mullai. This is the pastoral land. If I'm not going, let me get. See, five types of land. Let me write it here. Okay, five types of land. Okay, these are mentioned in Tolkappiyam. That is the Turinji. It was the hilly track. Okay, then we say Mullai. It is not uh, Mullai. That is the pastoral land. Then we see one more, that is the Pallai. It was the desert land. This was the desert land. Then we also see the agricultural land. Where is the cursor? Yeah, agricultural land we are seeing. That is the Maru Marudam Marudam. If I am going correct, this is you Maduram. That is the agriculture. This is the agricultural land. Okay. So here you are going to see five types. That is one, two, three, four. Okay, one is missing. That is the coastal land. That was the Naidal. Okay, this was the coastal land. This was the coastal land. So these are the types of five lands which we are getting into the Tolka PM. Tolka PM. Okay, we are getting it into the Tolka PM. Apart from this, we are also getting four castes. Four castes. Okay, here. The Agrasar. Let me write properly. Agrasar. They were the ruling class. Ruling class. Okay, means Kshatriya you can say. Then we find the second one, second class. Uh, that is the uh, Antranar. They were dealing with the means you can say politically, means political attached person. Okay, who are looking after the you can say means administration and this all. Then we were looking that was the Vellalar. Okay, they were the why it is going fast. Yeah, Vellalar. Okay, they were the I don't know what is going on with it. Vellalar. Okay, they were the means you can say the lower section. Okay, they were the lower section. Okay, or you can say the agriculturalist. Okay, agriculturalist. Okay, then we find the fourth one. They were the traders. That were the Waringar. Okay, they were the traders. Okay, traders. Okay, or commercial class. Okay, so this all we are getting from the Tolka PM. This is the forecast. Okay, forecast. Okay, so coming back to our topic. Yeah, and the third council which was held was at Madurai, and here we get lots of literary resources, and this help us to construct the history or of the Sangam era. Okay, and in Sangam age we find three kingdoms, that was the Cholas, Cheras, and Pandyas, and it was under the patronage of Madurai king, means Pandya, under the Pandya king of Madurai. the council was means you can say held means he gave the patronage to the Sangam literature. Okay, and here we can categorize Sangam literature into the two portions, that is the narrative and the didactic. Under narrative, we are going to look at Mela Kannuku, okay, Mela Kannuku, and in the didactic, we will be seeing Killi Kannuku, okay. So this Mela Kannuku, this is the 18 major work, and if we talk about the didactic side, that is the you can say Killi Kannuku, it deals with the 18 minor works. Okay, so under this Mela Kannuku, we will be finding two of the very important texts, that is the Ettutugai and Pattu Pattu. Okay, so under Ettutugai, we are going to get eight anthologies. Okay, we are going to get eight anthology. Okay, and one more important thing that should be in your knowledge, that the Tolkappiyam, it is the very earliest Tamil literature. इससे पुराना कोई लिटरेचर नहीं है तमिल लैंग्वेज में. ओके, so sorry, Tolkappiyam is the earliest Tamil work. Okay, this is the earliest Tamil work. This should be in your knowledge. Okay, so we were Ettutugai and Pattu Pattu. Okay, so Ettutugai is the eight collection, that is the eight anthologies. Okay, and Pattu Pattu is the 10 song. This both further has been subcategorized under the Akkam and Puram. If we talk about the Akkam, it actually deals with the love theme, okay, romance and all these things, okay. But if we go through the Puram side, it deals with the war, okay. Basically, its theme is war. But there is one of the professor, or you can say a historian, he named A.K. Ramanujan, okay, A.K. Ramanujan. He says that Puram is such a poem which we can say it as a public poetry, because it is dealing with all kinds of things. Whether you talk about love, whether you talk about war, whether you talk about community, whether you talk about good and evil, or you talk about the kingdom. So it is dealing with those two also. Okay. Now moving ahead, so we can say that overall, yeah, there are two epic also here, two epic, that is the Silpadikaram and Mani Megalai. Okay, Silpadikaram and Mani Megalai. See, this Silpadikaram, it has been composed by Eglan Edigal. Eglon Edigal, yeah, Eglon Edigal is the person who has composed this. Okay, and if we talk about the Malay Mani Megalai, this was been composed by Sitalai Satanar. Sitalai Satanar was a person. Let me write in a blank slide. Say two epic, two epic are also mentioned. Okay, two epics are there. That is the Silpadikaram. Yeah, Silpadikaram. Okay, Silpadikaram. This was been written, composed by Edigal. That's the array. Yeah. Uh, Ilango Edigal. Okay, and the second epic, which was Mani Megalai. Okay, Mani Megalai. Mani Mani. Yeah, Mani. This is the end. Mani Megalai. This was being composed by uh, Sitlai, Satnar, Megalai, sorry, Sitlai, Satnar. These are the two, these are the two. This is the first one, and this is the second one. See, they have been composed near around 5th or 6th century AD. Okay, 6th century AD. Okay, so we will be coming to this portion also. But before this, I need to let you know that this text, basically, if I am talking about the Ettutugai or this whole Tamil literature, that is the Sangam literature, it was compiled. compiled near around 300 AD to, sorry, not equal to sign, 300 AD to 600 AD. Okay, 600 AD. This was the timeline when it was been composed. But here you would see in this book that is the mid 8th century, mid 8th century CE. So under this book they have mentioned this mid 8th century. Okay. So let's see some of the this 82 guy under 82 guy. Let me go under 80, 82 guy. Yeah, the yeah under 82 guy, guy, 82 guy. We have eight work. That is the yeah, if I could recall, Kali Togai. That is the Kali Togai. Kali Togai is there. Then we have Puruna, Puruna Nuru. Okay, see, I see pronunciation may be different. Okay, because it's South Indian tones, so a bit difficult. Then we have one more, that is the Nari Nai. This is the one. Then we have one more, that is the Paripaddal. Pari Paddal. Paripaddal. Then we more have one is the Paddi Padiru Patu, Padi, Paddi, Padiru Patu, I think Patu, Rudy ATU, Padi Patu, that is the how much? One, two, three, four, five. So we need three more, that is six, seven, eight. So one more is the Anna Annanaru. Agnanaru. That is the uh, Agna Agnanaru. Okay. Two of is getting out of my, and then if it comes, then I will let you know. Then we also have this Patu, 10 word. Patu, Patu. So here we see Urinji Patu, that is the Urin, sorry, that is the Urinji Patu. Then we also see one of the very prominent, that is the Malui, Mullai, 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 Mullai Patu. Then we also see here one of the major works, that is the uh, Madurai Kanji. Madurai Kanji is also very important. Madurai, Madurai Madurai Kanji is also there. Kanji. Then we also find one of the work. The term is getting a Patani na Pattu. Patani, Patani na Pattu. Patani, Patani, Patani na Patani. It won't be like this. Sorry. Patina, Patina, Patina Pattu would be there. Patina Pattu. Patina Pattu. Okay, so these are the four. And Siru Pandara Padai. It would be Siru, uh, Pan, Siru Pandara, if I could recall, uh, Panna, Panna, uh, Panna, Ru. I think double RU, PPADAI. That is the Tirupannaru Padai. Padai. See, it's a South Indian tone, so we might face problem in pronunciations. So I could only recall uh, five of them. That is the two, two, four, and five. There are many. There were, one was the from an Nedunal Vad- Vaddai. Nedunal Vaddai. This was something like this. And Nedu, Nedu, Nedu na, Val, Valdai, Valdai, Valdai. It was something like this. It was something like this. Nedunal, Nedunal. So six I could recall in both of them. So this is where they work, okay? And further when you move, then you would also get to know about this. One of the very famous literary figure here, that is Thiruvalluvar. Thiruvalluvar. He wrote a text that's considered to be very, very sacred, and that text has been named as Thirukurul. Thirukural. Thirukural. If I could write, that is the Thiru. KWRL Tirukural. Okay. It was something like this. Okay. This text is very, very important. Okay. So this also it has been regarded as the fifth Bible in the South India. Okay. And when we go through this Sangam literature, then there we find the condition of women too. Okay. And apart from that, we also see that there means women were allowed to have intellectual knowledge. Okay, they were means they were means having a good standard. But on the other hand, also we see the practice of sati in the higher classes, higher class people. Okay, reference has been made there. Okay, this is all. No, I would like to tell you about this Padikaram. What is actually okay? This is actually written in 30 canton in three books. Okay. Here is the story of Kovran and Madhavi. Okay. So what happened here? Uh, this Kovlan actually is a son of a wealthy merchant. He falls in love with one of the courtesans, that is the Madhavi. Okay, she is a courtier. I think she is a dancer there in the court of Kaveri Patnam kings. Okay, so there is a fight between this Madhavi and Kovlan, and he gets back to his wife. That is the Kannikai. See this Kannikai. She is the wife of Kovlan, and she gives her anklet. Okay, and that you go sell it out and get a money. So when Kovlan goes to marketplace, he has been caught by the soldier there because it's been seen that he is the thief who has stolen the anklet of queen. So under this condition, he has been brought in front of the king, and king punishes him for stealing the anklet of queen. But actually, the truth was that this anklet belongs to her wife only. That's the Kandikai. Okay, and later on, she goes to the court and proves that while breaking her anklet, and there was no pearls, because in the queen's anklet there was pearls, full of pearls. Okay, her anklet had something as, okay, I could not recall that thing what was there, but it was something so by the time her husband was means executed, so the queen died in a grief, and king also died in a certain circumstances. and she herself means fire herself. And from that time on, as it has been mentioned in the story, it is the story. Okay, so there it been seen that means that the Madurai is completely destroyed. Okay, and here we find lots of means Buddhist reference also, means it's somewhere showing the Buddhist uh, theology. Okay, and the very second is that is the uh, one more I was talking, no, that was the Money Megalai. Money Megalai, it is actually the continuation, okay, and the person who wrote that the Satilai Satnar, he was a grain merchant who wrote this, okay, he was a grain merchant who wrote this, okay. So he writes about the life adventure of her daughter, that's the daughter of Kovlan and Madhavi. Kovlan and Madhavi's daughter description has been given in Mani Megalai, and there it has been shown. Okay, let me remove it. Okay, let me remove this. So there it's shown that how she is being means kept in the jail because real husband murders the prince. Okay, one of the prince who was means very much attracted to this lady. That is the if I could remember her name. I'm just Mani Meglai was only her name, if I could recall. Mani Meglai, I'm subject to correction there. So I would correct myself in the coming section. So by the time I would like to end up here, see, in this I would be completing in the second lecture. If something has been gone wrong, then I apologize. Okay. So I need to wind up my lecture here. Okay. In the second lecture, I would be doing recap and I see that I do it in a proper way. Okay. So by the time, thank you.